for you to go in?
No, we're back.
No, we can both be in there at the same time.
Okay, so that's not a problem. Okay, let's try once more queuing up the game.
I think it's the Twitch bot, not the actual stream, that's having the problem. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how that works. So
Yeah, neither do I. So this is out of my scope. So for some reason, it seems that it's not able to read the commands from the chat, if I'm understanding correctly.
I think this is going to be one of those everything's going wrong days. Oh no, we've got it now. It's fine. It's come back up.
Oh, is it working?
Yes, yeah, it's working now.
Oh, because I just killed the script. All right.
There we go.
I think Ketroc has way more experience of this kind of things than I have. So I'm really glad that you are here.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just killed whatever was running in PowerShell and then reissued the last command, which hopefully was to restart it.
So Mindbee had like a hash turn or exclamation mark turn yourself on thing in chat. I think that might have actually fixed it.
Okay, should be good to go now.
Yeah. No, I think Mindbee, that was definitely correct. Yeah, you are our savior.
Yeah. So we do have one game in queue. So we do have Micro Machine game running, and then we have queued up another game. So
okay, so I think is this the one that was the one we were asked to a couple of days back? I think this is Raspa's one, isn't it?
The Queen bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one. So this is really interesting framework for a bot, and it's doing rather well on the ladder. So if there's any interest for anyone to start making a bot, this would be absolutely brilliant starting point.
I feel really bad for Raf because every time we show a Micro Machine game, it's always a Micro Machine lost game. I mean, I'm not going to prejudge the outcome of this one, but I'm just saying that it's like, it happens rarely enough. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think with a little bit of work, Queenbot might actually be like so strong it's broken.
Yeah.
I see it lose, and it only loses to like cheese, which is something you just need to, every bot needs to figure out how to beat. And late game, because he stays at 0-0. Like if you have 3-3 queens in the late game, I think he mops up the late game too.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, once you build to fight against that, there's not a whole lot you can. Unless you just have like a million Zerglings and just throw them all straight in there, that would kind of work.
Yeah. I think it's really cool to see what can you actually do with the queens. So I tried to make some queen code 1 year ago. I was working another bot, but it was really difficult to make decent code for the queens.
Yeah, it's because they have so many different jobs. They've got like, creep spreading, like injects, defense, pretty much everything.
Yeah, those are they have so many purposes. So you have to make some kind of prioritizing for them. And normally when Zergs are playing, they are not building 200 supply of queens, so they really do have to prioritize.
Yeah. Well, normally the weakness of queens is they're so slow off creep, so it's very difficult to use them if you're not on creep. But then again, if you have that many creep, queens, there isn't that many spaces that are off creep. So it's
Yeah,
does
when
he
you
have?
have the full map covered in creep in 10 minutes, then there's not a problem with the
Yeah.
creep spread.
And this Banshee just can't get through a queen because there's just so many heals.
And there's a limited amount of cloak available for a single Banshee, so those queens should be able to clear out the Banshee quite soon.
Yeah, I feel like if the Banshee was targeting workers, it would be a lot better. But yeah, it's going to get a few workers at least. And do we know if Queenbot has any overseers?
It would require a couple of overseas that would help quite a bit against the Banshees.
It's not even getting any spore crawlers; it's just getting the spines.
Only spines, yeah. I think it sometimes builds spore crawlers. It's a random. Okay. So it's throwing the extra minerals on spines and spore crawlers. Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
That's so many queens. And it's running out of energy at the moment, so it should be able to take it down. Oh, the poor
One's
queen.
gone down.
30 to go.
Oh damn, that's not the right army composition micro machine, I'm afraid. Yeah.
But when you
just
look at the minimap, it's 8.5 minutes in, and it has like 60% already covered.
that's insane.
That's
Yeah, we had one in I think season 2 in SC2AI when we were really early on that just used to do a similar thing. It used to just like mass queens and throw up creep everywhere, and it actually caused like most of the other bots to crash because they couldn't actually figure out where to place any buildings. So we that one done quite well. I can't remember the name of it now, but was it mozzarella bot or something like that? I think. We haven't seen that one back, but yeah.
That's quite cheesy. If you want to win by crashing your enemy, that's nasty.
Yeah, the bots have actually got a lot more resilient since then. But yeah, pretty early on, a lot of bots would crash if they couldn't find like a production spot or for their buildings. Oh, I did love your one, Ketroc. You posted the other day with your GG Easy written in the middle of the map. That was quite fun.
Yeah, I've taught my bot my bot now makes tons and tons of orbital commands now, especially when I'm going mass raving because I have so many minerals.
Yeah.
And then it's mainly just so I can mule farm my opponent's bases, steal all of his minerals. But once I run out of minerals on the map, then I start having fun with them.
Nice.
Is that already live on the ladder, or are you still keeping the secrets for the robots?
It's live on the ladder.
Okay.
But you probably won't ever see it unless the game goes like 45 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we have to check that one also in the stream. Not necessary this day. We are going quite late because of the starting was so late, but I think we have to check that one on the stream also at some point.
I think Ruff just said in chat that he's changed his code at the moment so that it only attacks when it feels it can win a battle. So it's no longer just going to send single banshees to their death.
Yeah. The decision making is really hard for the bots.
Yeah.
When you look normal human games, it doesn't have to be a diamond game or grandmaster game. Even for the simple decisions that humans are able to do, it's really extremely difficult for the bot to make a code for that.
Yeah, it's one of the most difficult things to do, certainly.
I was thinking also, I think Ketroc has the only bot that is able to play decent late game. If you look, many of the bots, bots think that the late game is when they have 200 minerals and then they will try to kill the enemy or die trying, and they're not able to bounce back and forth, try to suffocate the enemy. I don't know the better word for it, but I hope you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I noticed Micro Machine really struggles at the late game because he keeps accidentally winning in the early game.
I like it's accidentally winning in the early game. Yeah.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I beat Micro
think
Machine
so.
on the ladder though. I found out I can beat Micro Machine when he doesn't mine gas. He had a bug where he wasn't mining gas at all. It still took me like 40 minutes to beat him.
I mean, can Micro Machine build anything? Well, I guess Marines, but like...
Yeah. Well, he had very limited gas. Anywhere where
Yeah.
he's trying to bunker mine, it wasn't working. So like 5 out of his 7 bases had no gas mining. Or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good to hear. Ruff just told on the chat that they were able to find the cause for the
he says
mining the gas.
He says
So is that
the
another bug that we may see in week 1 of Probots, Raph? Or did that not make it in?
Yeah, I think if you look at the APM on the current replay, it's currently up around 156,000. So the StarCraft 2 client actually can only handle like a certain amount of actions per second. I'm not sure exactly how many it is, but I think it's somewhere around 100,000. And I think what he's saying is basically he's gone way above that. And so actions that are above that just get discarded, which I think is where he was having his problem. But yeah, it's a bug that a lot of bots have run into. Generally, human players don't get anywhere near 150,000 actions per second, so it's not really something that Blizzard really planned for. But yeah, it's
it's probably a bug in your code too, because like even if you're giving like 150 units a command every single frame, I don't think that would come out to 150,000 APM. It'd still be like well under 100,000.
Yeah.
What that would
So
actually
it must be
mean?
something weird, like giving one unit like 50 commands every frame or something like that.
Yeah. So Luca Pio is asking if the 150,000 units per second affects both bots. No, it doesn't, because essentially the way the bots work is each bot will have its own StarCraft 2 client, and then the two clients communicate between each other. So when a bot basically issues a command, it issues a command to its own client, and its own client will process everything to do with that command. And then the two clients will sync up using an entirely different protocol. So it shouldn't affect. So what one bot does on its client shouldn't affect any of the other clients or any of the other bots.
That's how it works for human play too. You're
Yes.
not actually playing on a server, right? You're getting all the unit commands from your opponent and running it on your own computer.
Yeah.
That's why map hack is always such a major issue, because there's always a way to make map hack work, because you have access to all of your opponent's inputs on your computer. It's just
Yeah.
whether you can find it or not.
Uh,
They did a
yeah,
good job hiding it in memory after Battle.net 2.0 came out. There's like 4 or 5 years where there's no map hack between like 2016 and 2019. But
yeah.
nowadays it's starting to come back again.
Okay, they found a way to extract that information from the packages coming from the server.
Yeah.
That's
It's very
unfortunate.
difficult. It's very difficult to stop. But yeah, and like given that there's a very low development priority at Blizzard at the moment on that, I don't think they will stop it anytime soon. Which is
I think
annoying.
I've seen couple of streams that the streamers are checking those games and pointing out the hackers.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, for every 500 map hacker accusations, there's probably one real map hacker.
Yeah.
People just get angry and lose, and it's like, oh, any coincidence becomes a map hack. But, it's not like Heart of the Storm where there's like a free downloadable map hack. That doesn't exist as far as I know. So the people who are map hacking are the people who coded it themselves, or people who are like paying some ungodly amount to a hacker online to do it for them.
The problem is it's very difficult to tell just by using a replay as well, because people do get lucky. People do blind counter what you're doing and somehow find like exactly the right position to go in when you just moved out. And sometimes it's just luck. Probably about 99% of the time it's just luck. And then there is like some Mac hackers, but yeah, it's not anywhere near as rampant as I think people think. So.
No. Yeah. Even at its worst, like 2015, it was like maybe 1 in 25 games I was facing a map hacker. And now I think in the last 3 years I have faced one map hacker that I can confirm, and that's it. So of like 2,000 games or something, I faced one. It's very, very rare.
So that's not the real issue then on the game. It doesn't matter what you are doing online or in the computer world. There will always be someone who is trying to abuse the game or the software. So if the relationship, the relation between the real players and the hackers is so low, I think that's not a real issue then. Oh,
I just want to say that mule spam I do in the middle of the map where I write like GG and easy and stuff. It actually helped me get ladder points, because I got to this point versus Queenbot where I had like 100 queens inside my final base, and then I started spamming those messages out in the middle of the map, and he sent all of his queens back to where the mules were to attack them, and then game timed out, and we ended up in a draw.
Nice.
So that's
he's literally at this point like this, and then they all left my base. And it takes them forever to get up the ramp because they're all blocking each other when they come back.
And you won the game for that.
I drew the game because I went to 1 hour. There's a 1 hour limit on the arena.
Okay. Yeah. But even still, lose or draw, I think I would any day take a draw for that.
Draw, yeah. That's good.
That's absolutely brilliant. I think, unfortunately, those slow queens are going to eventually able to kill Micro Machine. Yeah. It might take a while, but I think we should skip this one.
Yeah, we can go next.
I'll do the skip.
You do the skip.
Yeah, the queens get a little bugged out when you're main base too. I noticed when he got there versus me, like you'd have like 50 queens there, but only like 3 of them would ever be attacking. The other ones would be trying to move to some position they couldn't get to.
Just a plain A move could do the same job.
No, bots don't do that really. They don't do A moves.
Mine does.
Yeah. Not when they should do though.
Well, I mean, I don't target fire, for the most part with my bot. Like I have a
Okay.
retreat and I have an A move, and then I kind of that's how I do my micro basically.
That's interesting, actually. Like, so there's no like prioritizing low health targets or anything like that.
No, at least not with my core army.
Yeah.
It's just kind of whatever's closest. You know,
Oh,
just
cool.
get the range of something and attack whatever that something is.
Yeah.
You could possibly be able to benefit for target firing, and if the code is done well enough, it would definitely do so. But you actually have to know what you're doing, because I tried to do some fancy micro for the Marines, and it didn't work well.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing it because it's better. I'm doing it because it was easy, and that's where I've kind of left off with that part of my bot. So
I mean, it works.
yeah,
So it's not like
it also
going to
means I
cost
never
them.
actually have to look at an enemy unit. All I have to do is look at my influence map.
Yeah.
So it makes my bot run super fast.
I noticed that you disabled the drone drill. I had to check the last game, Annie versus drone drill, and that was quite tight. I think Annie's last CC one was on the 1-digit health only, so that was quite tight. But I was able to beat the drone drill eventually.
Nice.
Where you grab all your workers and move to like the third expansion and
Yeah, that was the only way actually get the decent win. Just to go to the Cirque main and start killing the hatchery. Because
yeah, I didn't put any complex decision making in it. It was basically just the drone drill and a meter rush, and that was it.
But it did really well.
Yeah, made a nice little run. But that experiment, I think, has reached its conclusion. It's not rising on the ladder anymore. So
yeah. I think Sharpie, easy PvP, easy, did win the Probots. Was it 2-1? I don't
think
remember
it was against
anymore.
Tyr, wasn't it? But I can't.
Yeah. So Tyr queued up this game because he's like, "This is what I wanted my bot to do in ProBots."
Yeah.
So he's asking if we can spot the difference yet, which I cannot.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Basically, he gets the Zealots and Immortals up against the Stalkers.
Although he's not facing Mass Stalker this time.
No.
So I think Tyr is now in the lower bracket, which is obviously not ideal. No more mistakes from Tyr.
Yeah, and it's Tyr versus Fidelina in the lower bracket, which I mean, you could definitely argue that both of them could easily make the semifinals.
Yeah, that's.
So, and one of them is going to be out in the very first possible moment, which is going to be an upset one way or the other.
Yeah, that's not an elimination you want this early, certainly.
Those charge lots are doing quite decent job against Immortals.
I'm guessing Fidelina might make an early exit. If you're a brand new bot and you have bugs that can be exploited and you only have one strategy, the last bot you'll want to be facing is probably Tyr. Tyr is definitely one who will exploit your weakness.
I think Tyr is best in that one. I think has been a long time. He can actually exploit shit out of your bot.
Yeah, I think Tyr is definitely favourite, but I think Fidelina definitely has a chance there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Fidelina was playing. What was it like? You got like 49 matches every round on the ladder, and Fidelina was winning like 40 plus out of those 49 each round.
Yeah.
Yep. Ketroc is at the moment 6th on the ladder. Spiny is 5th. Harvester 4. Blinkerbot number 3. That's quite nice. Blinkerbot is 3rd position at the moment. And Fidelina 2nd, and Micro Machine is leading the ladder.
Yeah. Well, Blinkerbot's always up there. You never really see him much below, like, say, 8th place or something.
Which one?
Blinkerbot. He's always up
Yep.
near the top. Yeah.
Yes, he's one of the big boys, always in the top 10, no matter what.
Though he was the underachiever last Probots. I think he went out at the earliest possible time, losing his first 2 matchups, which
That's
that was
his
a big
hardest.
upset.
Yeah.
That's an unfortunate thing that can happen in every bot. But even though I do like the format, this double elimination, everybody has 2 chances to get forward, at least. So I do like that one. As
Yeah.
far as I understand, is that used on the normal human ladder? I mean, the tournaments also?
So different.
Depends on the tournament.
Yeah,
but,
different tournaments have different formats. Like the thing I think that is interesting about ProBots is essentially you get to update between each week and you know who you're facing. So there's this kind of like meta of trying to snipe your opponent and hoping your opponent doesn't snipe you, which is it's different from the way that the SC2 AI tournaments have been run. But I kind of like it as a kind of like alternative there to just kind of like keep people on their toes. It works really well, I think.
I still think the greatest meta for that was what Spiny did to me.
Oh yeah.
On normal ladder matches, I had like an edge over him where I'd typically win. But he had a build. He had a 1-base Nidus build that would win 100% of the time versus me. So what he decided to do for Probots was not bring the Nidus build, assuming that I would put all my effort into figuring out how to beat the Nidus worm, which is what I did. And they never even brought that strategy to the tournament.
Oh, mind games.
Yeah.
That's so great. That's so great. I think robots should have a short interview from the bot author before the actual game, and from them to make a small introduction, what they are expecting, what they have done from both authors. So that doesn't have to be
Like a
video.
pre-recorded thing. Yeah.
Not necessarily recorded, but short text, what they are trying to do and what is their plan, what they're trying to do out of the game.
Yeah.
Well,
It
they
could
always ask
also be recorded.
they ask for a change log to be added. So you're supposed to submit something with text with your bot submission that kind of says like what changed from last week.
Yeah.
And that way you're safe to give away all your secrets if you want to, because no one's going to see it until the cast is live.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to go, guys. Cheers for the stream. It's been fun. I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Yeah. And I hope we meet next week also. Unfortunately, today went a little bit down because of technical issues, but I think we are in the better position next week.
Hopefully, yeah. All right, catch you in a bit.
Yep. See you. Bye-bye.
So do we have any more queued up games?
No, I do not have. I was hoping to check one from the ladder. If anyone has any suggestions, please add those in the queue. And if you're not able to queue yourselves, just put the game ID on the chat, and we can queue it up for you. So, is there any new bots?
Did we like using Probots replays like we did last season? Is that something I should look for next week?
I was thinking about that. Maybe we should keep this stream separate from the Probots.
Okay.
But what do you think? That's not up to me. Would people like to see games from the bots that are, I mean the replays from the Probots, and we commenting them, or should we just search for random games from the ladder?
Yeah, it would be too late for this week anyways, but
yeah,
going forward, I'm not sure if that was good or not last time.
Oh, there's actually Lucid Jet ZJS. I'm not able to pronounce that correctly. Let's have a look. What is that bot doing? Actually, there's
Yeah, I think that I saw
any
one or two new bots.
any suggestions? What game we should check from the Lucid bot? I'm not going to pronounce the consonants behind the end of the name because that would sound funny. It has beaten Queenbot. That's a 46-minute game. I think that's a little bit too long.
Oh, the one below it, the Benbot one. Benbot's a solid bot. That's pretty impressive to beat him.
Yeah, I think we could queue that one up. Should I queue that or will you do that?
You go ahead.
Zerg JavaScript. Okay, that's also JavaScript bot. I will skip this one, and we should have Benbot 3 versus Lucid Zerg JavaScript. Mindbee is asking, is it open source because he wants to snipe that bot immediately. No, I think not. It's a good thing that we are having these open source bots on the ladder also, so that when we are having a new authors, so they have some kind of reference where they can check how things are done.
Yeah, I don't look at the Discord channel, but I've noticed the JavaScript channel is always pretty active. So even though I don't really see many or any JavaScript bots on the ladder, there must be people developing with JavaScript.
Yeah. It's a shame that people are not they don't have the courage to upload the bot on the ladder because they are a little bit afraid that their bot will not do well on the ladder, even though that shouldn't be the issue. They should be encouraged to upload the bot, even though it's not going to win every single game.
Yeah, there's some talk about creating a kind of a new setup for our ladder, kind of making like divisions. So you don't have to put your bot on the ladder and immediately have to face like the harvester and micro machine and get smoked every single match. You'll be facing only more bots around your level. So and then there'll be like promotions and demotions. Yeah.
That would be absolutely brilliant. So new bots don't have to face the top 10 meat grinder. So
and it also makes it a little more efficient for arena clients. Like, is it really necessary to have Micro Machine play rookie bot every single round, right? Maybe. Like, you never know. Like, it'd be nice to be able to pull off a big win. But at the same time, it kind of be nice to get more games in against opponents of your own level.
Yeah, there was on the chat was discussing when you are beating the AI from the the in-game AI, you can put your bot on the ladder, so you can only improve so much against the in-game AI. So it has to go on the ladder at some point. Even dividing it into the ladder, that might encourage the new authors to upload the bot earlier on.
Yeah, I think the key is just not to care whether your bot's winning or losing on the ladder. Shouldn't really be your focus. Because you can get distracted by that. It's like, oh, I'm losing to the worker rush. Maybe I should write worker rush code instead of whatever I'm working on. And it's like, yeah, probably just to continue doing the basics, get your bot semi-functional. don't really care whether you win or lose.
Yeah,
The wins will
that
come
was
naturally as your bot gets more complex.
yeah, and you can add all the futures. Futures. Difficult. The English is difficult language.
Features.
Features you can add them later on. So it's not a problem. It doesn't have to have everything in the first time you upload it on the ladder.
Yep. My bot still dies to a single unit getting in my main base. I'm still missing some of the basics.
I do like the creep spread from the Lucid. It's able to do it already, even though it's a new bot. But I don't understand what's going on with the circlings. They are getting new command every single time, or what's going there.
Yeah, I mean, some bots do that. Like Tier does that. If you just keep giving it like an A move on one position, then they'll kind of naturally defend that position.
Yeah.
It's a little spammy, basically sending your units to the same point every single frame. But there's nothing but wrong. There's nothing bad about it in terms of the results.
Yeah. Looking cool also.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets your APM looking awesome as well.
There was at least 2 evolution chambers from the Lucid also, so it's getting upgrades.
Yeah, it's got all the basics, We got tech units, we're up to Hydras, we got expansions coming down, we got creep spread. Very solid looking bot for a brand new bot.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're 9 minutes in and no attack yet. It's when you look some guides on the internet for the Bronze League players, all they are saying or giving the advice: make the workers, build the economy, and that's it. So don't worry about the attacking until you have the 200 supply, and this bot is doing exactly that, and it seems doing really nice. Benbot is still on 160 supply, and it's already going in. I think it
Tough
will get
position, though.
that planetary.
No, planetary's on full health.
No. Yeah.
Zerglings versus
SCVs
armor upgraded planetary is not advised.
Yeah, it's not the best thing to do. But it was able to fall back. It didn't take all units there and die. It was able to pull back some of the military.
Yeah, catching the tanks unguarded too was nice. You got about 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah. Quite nice decision making. It's not as fast creep spread as Queenbot had, but it's still good.
Well, no bot's as fast as Queenbot. Whatever happened to Creepy Bot? That bot used to be able to spread creep like crazy.
Yeah. And it's maxing out fast and spending all the mineral. So this might be a really big challenge in the future, this Lucid bot.
Yeah, 2/2 upgrades. Creeps about halfway across the map. Keeping his money fairly low. May get the planetary because the SCVs are doing weird things.
Yeah, they're not.
Got it.
And I think those tanks will go down also. There's
Yeah, you got everything there.
and already it's keeping the supply on the 200 all the time. So this will be really good bot in the future, and it already has done really well because there's a lot of wins for the Lucid when I was looking at the bot.
Marines are so dependent on upgrades too, and for the Marines to be 0-0 versus 2-2 Roach Hydra, it's just gonna go so well for the Zerg. I bet those Widow Mines will keep the game delayed for a while though. If he keeps running into that.
It has been 1-2 also, so that's Bomb Shaker has gone down. There's a lot of big bots that has lost to this one.
Yeah, this definitely doesn't look like a new bot.
No,
new
no,
bots
it
are,
doesn't.
it's supposed to make a pool, make some Zerglings, send them across the map, and then crash. That's what a new bot's supposed to look like.
That's a new bot. Yeah, you're correct.
Oh, the PF's gonna hold, I think. That's sick. It was down the red for so long.
Those planetaries are really doing a good job. You definitely need those SCVs repairing the planetary to make most out of it. And you can see here, you don't have to build every single unit that race can build to win a game. So you have a solid plan and then you execute it nicely. So then you will have a win.
Yeah. Zerg late game would probably be the hardest thing to code too. So I don't blame Zerg players for sticking with like some combination of Roach, Ravager, Hydra, Bailing, and just flooding nonstop.
Yeah.
Because trying to make things like Vipers and Infestors and Broodlords work in conjunction with each other would be an insane task.
Yeah. I think Spiny is using a lot of the caster units quite nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably the most advanced Zerg bot we have, but it's still like light years away from what like a human late game Zerg looks like.
Yeah. Or doesn't Menbot have orbital farm also?
The author is not new. He just took a long break and changed the API. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That explains it.
I would like to see how many kills that planetary, the planetary fortress has already, because that's been there quite a long time defending that location.
Yeah. PF is okay versus Roach Hydra. Not great. It's actually planetary is not like similar DPS to like a Marauder. So for PF to get a lot of damage done, it really needs the splash damage to be working effectively.
Yeah.
So it's great versus things like Zerglings and Marines, and terrible versus things like Thors and Ultralisks. And then Roach Hydra is somewhere in the middle. You get some splash damage, but not a ton.
Not enough. Yeah, Thor is so big units. If you're targeting Thor, the radius of the Thor is so huge that it splash damage doesn't reach other units.
And also the 5 armor, the planetary is not relevant versus units that do like 40 damage per hit like a Thor.
Yeah. And I think it's same thing when you're shooting with the tanks, siege tanks on a Thor. The splash damage is not reaching outside of the Thor radius.
Yeah. Yep. Thor's definitely bust PFs.
Yeah,
I think if you have like 3 Thors, versus a PF with like full SCV surround, the Thors will not only win, but they'll win and not even one Thor will go into the red.
yeah,
But if you send like 200 supply of Zerglings at the same thing, the Zerglings will all die. So it all depends on the unit, whether the PF is super strong or just kind of an annoyance.
yeah. And I also noticed that don't take the mines next to a planetary fortress if there's also a turret available. So it will just take down all the mines, and the mines can't even shoot the planetary fortress.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Benbot has kind of run out of economy. This will be his last battle cruiser.
Yeah, that's it. Then it's done for. Yeah, like Mind Me told on the chat, you can't just treat planetary fortress as a normal building. You have to have a special code for the planetary fortress. Otherwise, you just dump your units on it. I haven't done anything for the planetary fortresses, but that's something I need to address later on.
I make a lot of planetaries, but I never really face them. So, plus I make Sky Army, so who cares about planetaries when all your units fly?
Yeah. I think this Lucid is a solid bot. It's really nice to have it here on the ladder.
Yeah. We do need more Zergs too, so it's nice to have what looks like a pretty solid Zerg here. Sprouch is making a nice run too. Fairly new Zerg that's getting right up on the ladder. I think he's top 10 now.
Yeah, and I do have big problems against Sprouch. I haven't checked the recent games, but I do have I'm still losing at it. 30-minute game, and I lost to it. So it's a really good bot.
Yeah. Very similar playstyle to Spiny. Get ahead on economy and then just flood and flood and flood until you overwhelm your opponent.
Yeah. And that's a valid strategy on a bot games. You just your bot has to be really good defender to fare against that kind of strategy.
Looks like Benbot's main base is the only place there's no creep yet, so there's a creep spreading queen in his main just to finish the entirety of the map.
That's a really good achievement. Now the queen is there and the tumors are going in, so I think 98% will be covered in creep before the game ends. Oh, the natural is also untouched. Yeah, that's a solid creep version. Latest updates: Sharpie, PvP Easy Popo has been updated Gen Z, and Benbot BC, and also Testbot from the Gen Z has been updated recently. Okay, what do you say? One more game and then we call it for the night? Or what do you think?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Let's have a look. There was discussing about the Sprouts. I think we should watch one of it games.
Sure.
Let's see now. We have seen Queenbot already, so we skip that one. Strelok. They're not facing in the robots, I hope.
I will check the ladder. No. Oh, Sparch is my opponent. I should have known that.
Yeah. So that's the latest game from the ladder. So let's take Strelok versus Sprouts. Yeah, it's not going to be the same version on the robots and on the arena, probably. But I don't want to take a chance that we are spoiling anything from the robots. So I don't want to.
No. They can't meet next round either. They're very unlikely to run into each other in the Probots.
Yeah.
They both have to make deep runs. Which is possible. They're both pretty strong bots.
Mine we needs Twitch to send a notification to go vote. Is the election already over, or?
As today. Today's voting day.
Yeah. So tomorrow we will know who is.
Well, probably not. They'll both probably be claiming victory because that's how U.S. politics works. But there's so many mail-in ballots this year that it's likely that some of the swing states won't know who won or not for about another week or so until they count the mail-in ballots.
Okay. That's.
But they'll definitely be claiming victory because that's worked in the past. I think officially Al Gore beat George Bush, but Bush just kind of claimed victory and Al Gore conceded. And then when the final count came in, it turns out he would have won.
That's insane.
Yeah, politics is weird, especially in the U.S. because it's always so close there. It's always like some like really low population state that decides who's going to be president.
Oh, that's weird way. Hey, Strelok is giving hard time for Sprouts. It's not. What's going on here? The workers are pulled to defend.
Marauder Rush.
Yeah.
Which is odd versus Zerg, but Strelok has lots of these proxy builds.
Yeah. And a lot of times they are working really nice. Because some bots are really greedy at the beginning of the game until 5 minutes. So those proxies are working really well against those greedy builds.
It's actually scary because they don't work very well. So you play Strelok on the ladder and you think, oh, I can beat this bot. I normally beat him. And then you face him in a tournament. It's like you don't realize how strong his macro game is. Because he was just like play testing like weird, funky strategies on the ladder.
Yeah.
I hate that. And you close the wall because Zerglings arrive, and then all your units can't get in and out.
Yeah, you can't move those in and out. Yeah, that's correct. And you don't have any production in there, so that he had to pull those Marauders from the front line to defend the home.
I mean, they're doing okay because they have concussive shells and perfect kiting. A lot better than Marauders should do versus Speedlings. They should be terrible, but they're doing okay.
The concussion cells for the Marauders are really necessary for the proper kiting. Without those concussion cells, it's a terrible.
Yeah, I mean, for big fights, the concussive shell is not even that relevant. But kiting is like 10 times more powerful with bots than it is with humans. So yeah, concussive shell Marauders, especially in the early game, are ridiculous.
Yeah. That's a lot of circlings.
Yeah, that's Sparta style. Now he floods the like Mutaling, I think, more than Like his composition is very different from Spiney's. He loves the mutas and lings.
Yeah.
Which I'm thankful for that he doesn't involve too many bailings. So at least my PFs can handle this. But
Did Strelok have one SCV per supply depot when it was repairing it? Yeah. 1 or 2 SCVs per depot, supply depot repairing them. I think
for my wall I do one
idea.
per structure, and then if the structure gets to a certain level, I'll add 2 more. Like if it gets really low, I'll add more.
Yeah. Because
but then if there's
what
range units on the other side of the wall, I just end up suiciding all my workers because I keep sending them to the wall and they all die to the range units.
Yeah. But that's something you have to do defend, because you can't let them in. If you let them in, you will lose anyways. So you just need something to kill those units before they are able to kill every single SCV repairing those supply depots.
Yeah. So he finally has a Hellion now to deal with these Zerglings, but now the mutas are in his main base. So
Yeah.
rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very decisive win.
I think that's a really good idea to take 1 SCV per building, because I just have a couple of dedicated SCVs to go from one building, fix it to 100%, and then go to the next one. But that seemed to working really nicely.
Yeah. And you can apply it to all your structures too, not just your burning wall. You can send 1
Yeah.
SCV to every structure that drops below 1/3.
Yeah.
Because 1/3 is when it'll start burning down.
I think, yeah, that's also true, because I think I sent immediately when they're getting the first hit, then the repair squad will go there and will be killed for nothing. So I think I need way better repair logic than I have at the moment. And the final factory is going down. There's a flying buildings all over the place. But okay, that was interesting to see. Sprouts is a strong unit, strong bot, and we will be seeing that bot quite many times after this one.
Yeah. We'll be seeing him
It
on,
was pleasure.
what is it, Friday? Robots? I don't even remember what day of the week it's on.
It's a Thursday
Thursday night for
evening.
me, Friday morning for EU people. That's right.
Yeah. So good luck. Are you playing this time, or did you play last time?
I'm playing this coming week. I'm playing against Sprouch, and you got Micro Machine, so
hooray!
Well, Raph doesn't seem very happy. He thinks that his bot is just going to bug out with the version he uploaded, so you might be lucky.
Yeah, it would be nice to win a 1 game. That's my goal. So yeah, if it's against bug, I accept that, but I won't be happy to win because somebody has a bug in the bot.
Maybe it's not like a game-breaking bug. Maybe it's just a bug that gives you a handicap, which would be really nice. Then it'll make for a good game.
Yeah, I think
That's
that would
something to put
make
Micro Machine behind.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. 5-minute head start would be okay.
I'd still probably lose to that.
There's a big chance. Ralph, good luck to you on the Friday game. The Thursday night games, and for everybody else who has bought there. So we will be seeing each other on next Tuesday on the stream. So on the meanwhile, please take notes on the game IDs and collect them, and let's watch them together next Tuesday.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, thank you, Ketroc. Will you start the stream with the music, or
Yeah,
should I
I'll
do
do
that?
that. I can do that.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. See you
All right.
later.
Have a good one.
Bye bye.